Welcome back to the far side of the moon, Sibling time. Now, this is a segment where we're going to be talking about ghost stories like we regularly do when Carlos isn't around. Because Carlos is a little scared. Well, not really, but Carlos doesn't really like to be too involved with the ghost stories for some reason. I guess he said he doesn't really have a story of his own, so he just doesn't really feel comfortable doing them.
Which is not a problem.
Yeah.
So we're turning this into a side thing. I know we have a couple episodes out, but I guess they'll be under this segment
now,
also. Yeah, this playlist now. And yeah, I have 3 stories for you. Technically, is one, but there are 3 different points of views, I guess.
Yeah, and if you would like to hear your story being told, and actually we would be having a guest story later on, maybe in a week or so. One of our friends, Chucky, he actually has a real good story to tell us. He was completely down to actually come and talk about it himself. And what better to hear it from the horse's mouth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it'd be pretty great. We're going to have him over real soon, so keep an eye out for that story. But for now, like Lety was saying, if she has 3 stories to tell us here, it should be pretty interesting. It recently happened on a trip that she went to San Antonio. This actually happened to her.
Yeah.
So this is not a story that we're actually getting in. And if you want to hear your story be told, send
emails
it.
down below. Please send it. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
And okay, let me start this off. My cousin and her husband and her baby moved into a new house late February.
This year,
Like,
no?
yeah, this year, like last week of February, maybe the first week of March.
Okay.
Trying to count them.
Unimportant.
Unimportant, but just so you can have an idea of how long she's been living here.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, she told me that her baby saw something. Okay, so what was happening is her and her husband were watching a movie in the living room. He's so cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the background, you might hear my daughter every now and then singing, but it's okay. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen.
They were watching a movie and her baby was playing around with her toys, and eventually they started noticing her looking at something in the corner, and she would look at the corner and then cover her eyes, and she started crying, and she did that again. Like, she would uncover her eyes and then look at the corner, and she would go like, and then
no.
yes, and she started crying. So then my cousin did what my mother has always taught us to do. You tell them to leave. You're not welcome here. Please leave my house, and get out of my house. You're not welcome here. And she did that, right?
Get the fuck out.
Basically. She didn't use fuck, right? But she did say it.
But we did, Dad, and if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
I'm really not, Dad. I'm really not. Yes, we say bad words, Dad. It's okay. It's okay, Dad.
Maleducada. No puede ser.
Anyways, that night, they went to the room. It was already like nighttime, obviously bedtime for the baby. And our cousin Mariana, she's been featured in these episodes before. So if you heard the stories, you know that Mariana doesn't like anything scary, but she had to be strong for her baby.
Of course.
So she was like, no, like, please close the door. Like, this happened. I don't want to see anything pop out of nowhere. So close the door. He closes the door, and when he's like about to get in bed, the door opened by itself. So they were like, fuck that, that's crazy. Anyways, she did the same thing. She told them to leave, and that was it. I never heard anything again, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Me and my cousin from Laredo also, we decided we were going to go to San Antonio where Mariana lives so we can go to Six Flags. It was a cousin's trip.
Her address is down below.
No, it's not. Don't look. We decided we were going to go to Six Flags. So then we all drove up there, and this is Friday. We got there Friday. Okay. Mariana didn't tell us anything, no scary stories. So we were like, okay, fine, whatever. It's nighttime. We all go to our rooms. I'm staying in the baby's room. There's toys everywhere. It's fine. I don't mind toys. but I usually sleep with the TV on because I like the light and well, the sound, not really, because I don't leave it on that loud, but I need a little bit of noise because it's comforting for me sometimes. Like my brother likes to say the silence is too loud.
Yeah, dude.
So then she didn't have a TV in the room, so the room is completely dark, and I was like, okay, I know this happened to the baby, so I'm just gonna do a little prayer for myself so I can get comfort, because like I've said before, if there's evil, there is good. Might as well pray. So I prayed, and then I'm there and I'm with my eyes closed and I'm trying to fall asleep, and then I feel something petting my head.
Ugh. Like pats? You're feeling like pats?
Not pats. I don't like the word caress. I don't know. I don't like it. But that's basically what was happening. They were caressing my head. And I was like, holy shit, okay, no. And I'm like, no. If I'll tell you this much, though. If I felt like it was bad presence, I would have left the room. Yeah. And it wasn't that bad. Like, it was, like, it scared me because there was something there that I couldn't see. That's what scared me. It wasn't like an evil presence that I needed to leave the room. It was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I was like, okay, no. I got my phone and I put a movie, low volume, and I left it there because I thought eventually my phone will turn off.
Was the baby in the room, or it was just you?
No, just me. The baby sleeps with Mariana.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just me. So then I put the movie and I was like, okay, no, time to go to sleep. So I like forced myself, I don't know, because I have trouble sleeping. I can never do this, but I fell asleep immediately. And then I woke up like at 5 and the movie was still playing. Like it was on replay. I don't know. It was weird because that's normally what happens with the TV. I leave a movie and then eventually it turns off. Yeah. So I decided to turn it off. I locked the phone and I fell asleep again. And then in the morning, like at 8, I had an alarm and it woke me up. I turned it off. Like 10 minutes later, our cousin Jessica goes in the room and she's like, are you awake? I was like, because my eyes were still closed, right? I was like, I was awake, but not really. And she was like, I told you, telling her guy that was still in the room next door. She was like, I told you it was her. She was talking. And I was like, okay. I didn't mention anything, right? Because I wasn't talking. That. But she said that she heard like voices and she knew I was awake. I was like, okay, no. So I helped her get whatever she needed because that's why she woke me up. And then she tells me that throughout the night, her and her guy experienced weird things. Like the guy was waking up and he would turn to look at her. Like they were having nightmares. He would wake up and he would turn to look at her and she was talking to this stuffed animal that was in the corner of the bed, basically like saying like stop and like be quiet and all these things, right? And then she was saying that she was having nightmares. She would wake up and she would turn to look at him and he was shivering. And he says that that's weird because he's a light sleeper and he would have heard her wake up. Yeah. But like, whatever. So then at one point he said that he woke up.
This is her. Did she know about the scary stuff that was happening in the house?
Or she didn't know.
Okay.
Like.
So this is just backing up the claims of the previous stories that were. Fuck that.
Yeah, dude. And he says that at one point he woke up and that he heard like a plastic cup, not the reusable cups that you can buy at the stores. It was like those plastic red Solo cups, that type of material. Like it would fall on the ground and it would be rolling around. And I was like, oh shit, that's weird.
That's very specific.
Yeah. And there's no cups like those in her house. Eventually, we woke up at 8, right? But eventually Mariana woke up. It was like 10 and we're telling her the stories and she goes, that's weird because that has happened to me too. I hear a red Solo cup also on the floor that she's heard constantly and like and she told us that she's also heard like banging on the roof. And I was like,
fucking crazy because that goes to some of the stories that we've seen on YouTube, videos, Facebook, whatever. Of like people that are fucking living in your house, dude.
That's the first thing I thought.
Because I'm thinking, okay, paranormal shit has happened to our family. We're all pretty open-minded about stuff like that. So when it happens, we're like, oh shit. But at this point, if you're hearing a little bit, it's constant. Yeah. Banging on the roof. I mean, someone could be in the fucking attic. I don't
That's
fucking
what
know.
I feel. And I told her to tell her husband to go up there in the attic, but he doesn't want to. He's a little bit scared, and I would be too, not gonna lie.
I mean, I'd be scared, but I mean, shit, someone needs to fucking do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something, please.
I'm pretty sure he went up on the first night that they were there. Obviously, there was nothing there. There was nothing there, but I don't think he's checked up there since.
It's crazy. I'm not going to the fucking attic like every day of my life, but dude, there's weird sounds. Someone's banging on your roof. You're hearing fucking plastic cups rolling around the fucking house,
that
but
she doesn't have.
That you don't have exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Those are super cheap. You're at a place where you don't really live there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me just trying to find the most common non-paranormal thing that I could think of. It's like, dude, it's scary, but it does fucking happen, dude. People do sneak in, and I've seen fucking crazy ass videos where people have been living in your attic the whole fucking time.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Hopefully, eventually she goes and she checks the attic.
At least, I mean, all you have to... Best case scenario and worst case scenario, you go up there, and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing, and there's no way no one could be up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it's still not a good fucking sign, because, I mean, shit, then that means something paranormal is happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a lot... I guess it's less scary, because, I mean, shit, human beings are pretty scary themselves, too. Fuck that.
Yeah, I agree. I think more human beings are more scary than supernatural. But yeah, that was Saturday. We talked about it. We went to Six Flags, had a great time, came back, and the UFC match was still happening.
Yeah.
So Mariana's husband and Jessica's guy were watching it. Mariana went to go sleep with the baby, and Jessica was hanging with the guys. I decided to go lay down. I was tired, so I'm there. I'm laying down. I'm having trouble sleeping. Like I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble sleeping, and then eventually I hear the TV turn off and everyone go to their rooms. Like a couple minutes pass later on, and then I hear it banging on the roof that Mariana has mentioned before, and I was like,
but is
damn.
it like someone's running on the roof?
No, it's just
or?
like a, and that's it. Like just that one bang.
Sounds like the door closed on the roof,
On
dude.
the roof. Okay, what's crazy is that the attic door isn't Jessica's, where Jessica was staying.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean...
yeah.
I don't know. I think she should still check the attic, but... I don't know. It's pretty scary if it is paranormal.
Yeah. It's scary if it is paranormal, and it's scary if it's not.
Yeah, it's scary either way, dude.
Yeah, yeah, fucking intruder in your house, dude. Oh, God damn.
All right, so that was the story that I wanted to share with you guys. If you would like to hear your stories, there's an email down below in the description. Please send them in. And thank you for listening to us. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time from the far side of the moon. Sibling
Siblings.
time.